Heyo everybody, Haku here with this week's read-through for the Promised Neverland or Yakusoku no Neverland, and it's going to be the last, not the last overall, but the last Promised Neverland read-through before we're caught up and we're doing the videos like I do my live reactions to One Piece and Boku no Hero Academia every week when Jump comes out. So yeah, we're about to catch up, which is absolutely insane. I'm really excited, and I kind of feel like I don't know at all what's going to happen. Like, I know nothing that's going to happen here, because Emma just said she was going to make the promise for all the cattle children to get sent to the human world. But if she does that, then all the conflict's over. All the conflict with Musica's group and Norman and the Royals and all that, that whole conflict just ends. Now, this would be kind of a happy ending because Emma's group would get to go to the human world and have to try to survive there, but they would do that, and then in the demon world they would be forced to either go extinct or to share the power that the aristocrats and the Musica's group have. They would either go extinct or use that power so that they all could live. Or they could try to go remake a new promise, or try to get themselves back over to the human world so they could hunt humans again, or some crazy stuff like that. They could always just make another new promise. But yeah, in general, I feel like this promise can't work out, because if it works out, then it's just like, okay, yep, series over. So, and I know that we have at least 3 more chapters, plus I don't think it's like over yet. So in order for the conflict to keep going, Emma's going to get screwed over somehow, or the promise is going to get interrupted somehow. I have no idea how it's going to work. But I know it can't end I know it can't end right exactly here. But if the promise goes through, then it would end right exactly here. So there's got to be some kind of catch, and I have no idea what it could be. So either way, we got 143, 144, and 145. So let's start out with 143. And the cover to this, when I clicked on it, I noticed it as I flipped through and reached the end of 142 last week. The cover for this says 145 obliteration, so I'm really hoping that that's just a typo and they meant 143, and that I'm not somehow accidentally skipping 2 of them. But it says 145 obliteration. I'm assuming they mean 143 obliteration. It was just a typo when the scanlators were doing things. But we have this cool Emma cover panel here. I really like it. I want to understand what you can see in this world. Okay, here we go. Oh god, let's see how it works. Because like I said, I have no clue. I have no clue where it's going. I want every cattle child to be sent to the human world. And after this is done, that movement between the worlds closes completely. Okay, so that would make it so that they can't just go to the human world. She can finally propose the new promise, and the price is, I will grant your wish, and the reward that I want is and she looks surprised. It's gonna be your family or something, isn't it? She looks surprised. Oh god. Because I don't think it's going to be something selfish like her own life, or I think she'd be okay with it. I think it's going to be something like even more precious to her, like her family. And honestly, I forgot to mention this before I started, but I was thinking this to myself throughout the whole week leading up to this, leading up to me being able to record this. I kind of don't even know if I want her to necessarily make the promise. I think I want her to find a way to save everyone, using Musica's power and everything, to save everyone without making a new promise. Because I feel like this deal is sort of similar to what happened with Isabella, where Isabella tells her to give up, and she's like, I'm sorry, I could never give up. I have to save everyone. I could never just give up and become a mama. I think it needs to be something like that, where whatever the cost is here, Emma has to be sort of to stand up to the god of this universe itself and say, I'm sorry. I gotta save everyone. I can't give up. I've gotta save everyone. I think Emma needs that moment with the literal god of this universe to rebel against the god of this universe. I really think Emma's character should get that. But we see just these shots of her face in the world. Oh, she says. Alright. And now we see Don and Gilda's group. It's been days since that talk, they think. What, so you found the tracks to the Cursed Blood Girl? We still can't be completely sure, but if you're right, those footprints were still fresh, thinks Gilda. Sung-joo and Musica are close, and they made the mistake of telling Hayato. Damn it, why you gotta make me dislike Hayato here? Alright, we'll be able to see them again, and a lot earlier than expected. I only hope that they can sort of defend themselves against these soldiers that Norman's got going on, and a lot earlier than expected. Then Aish says something in demon speak. We didn't tell Hayato about Aish. After all, Norman's people are her bitterest enemies. And she's still saying stuff. She hasn't said a single word in human language since that day either. Don, Gilda, what about these? And they look. No, it's getting hard to find more clues, sorry. Yes, after those footprints 3 days ago, it's as if they vanished into thin air. It makes sense. Sung-joo and Musica are really good at covering their tracks. Don't worry, friends. We know we're headed the right way. Norman's map, too. Or maybe, Aish should be very, very good at tracking with her dogs and everything, so she should probably notice the soldiers following them. So she might even be leading them into a trap. Hopefully. I really hope they're not going to just get straight betrayed and stuff. I'm full team Aish and full team Sung-joo and Musica. One of the dogs woofs and gets Aisha's attention. There are more tracks. Look right here. These are covered tracks, but judging from the size, shape, gait, it may be, no it must be, thinks Gilda. Musica. These are Musica's footprints, says Don. And these were made last night or this morning. The smell still lingers, thinks Aish. We can find them. Let's go. The tracks continue that way. I'm glad we're seeing this again. Oh shit. Man, and we see this serious Hayato look behind Don and Gilda laughing. Fuck this guy. Fuck all of Norman's group except for the few good ones. Norman's group sucks. we found... Oh, I need to not say Nuck Foreman's group too much, because last time I got demonetized. But screw those guys, they're terrible. We found the Cursed Blood Girl. We found her, boss, thinks Hayato. Hayato, take this. What is it? When you find her location, what you must do is to contact Jin's group. That's your priority, says Vincent. But you can't leave the location. The others will get suspicious if you do. And you can't put out a sign either. We can't have her running away from right before our noses. This is a simple kind of transmitter. All you have to do is press the button. Then Jin's group will know where you are. When you know you're approaching her, press the button at regular intervals. Jin will track your movements with the squad. No one will know anything without them even realizing. You'll be guiding our team to the Cursed Blood Girl. Hopefully they do realize, because they're not idiots. They will surround the enemy, and before they know it, the power of Lambda will end the Cursed Blood forever. The boss's plan doesn't have the slightest flaw. Screw them. Like, you're even gonna kill the good guys. Like, not even killing the bad guys, but also killing the innocents, and also killing the good guys. Like, screw Norman's group. They're terrible. It'll be alright. You won't be harmed. Don, Gilda, not Aish and her dogs either. Forgive me, my friends, for tricking you like this. But this is all for the sake of the cattle children. This is all to build a future for all of us. These orders come straight from the boss. The Cursed Blood Girl must be killed. And screw Norman. Norman is the worst. I don't want Norman to be, redeemed at this point. I don't think he can be, in my opinion. I don't think I can forgive Norman at this point. Yes, we see Musica, best girl. Don't you want to rest a bit too, Sung-joo? And she's with the Sleipnir. We see Sung-joo. Oh, I'm so hyped. We haven't seen him in so long. If I would have caught up earlier and had to wait to see this. Oh, man. This is the best. The best. Nay, I am well, and it's almost time to... Who is there? I know you're behind the tree. Come out. Oh, someone's stepping out. Musica, it's been a while, and it's Don and Gilda. Gilda and Don. Yes, and Gilda starts crying. Musica, sung-joo, and she runs to them. I've missed you. I missed you a lot. Are you doing well? You two became so big. What's the matter? Musica, we'd like to... And Aish looks over. We see Hayato 3 times when you actually spot them. Press the button 3 times in a row, and we see him clicking away. And then she yells out something in the demon language. And we see the soldiers are all up in the trees with Jin. Don, Gilda, forgive us, but we must finish the cursed blood. There has to be some sort of trap within the trap. Nope! Not even a trap within the trap. Just that Sung-joo is an absolute fucking beast. Look at this panel. This man's about to end Jin's whole career. Holy shit. This is the best. Kill these assholes. And they all look surprised. Sung-joo versus Lambda. Their stratagem goes wrong. What is he... When did he... Who's going? To finish who? Sung-joo is the best. Thank you, Sung-joo. Man, maybe they can work something out. Or something. Hopefully. I don't know. Need some water. Oh, I'm too excited for Sung-joo and Musica. I'm too excited. Oh man, that was so good. And I'm actually, if you see some awkward jump cuts, I'm actually going to save my footage between the chapters, which is going to cause an awkward jump cut. Just because I'm so excited and so hyped about this that I want to make sure that I don't lose anything. Oh man, that was so good. Oh man, I'm so excited for freaking Sung-joo and Musica. It's so good. Okay, now we got 144. Let's go. Do you feel it? Says Sung-joo, and it's a flashback. The fugitives had everything in their hands. A presence. Yes, we're being tailed. But they will not approach. And I'm sure they noticed the tracks that we left for them 3 days ago. Maybe they aren't after us, says Musica. I wonder indeed. Let us draw them out and check. If they are pursuers, we'll just do what we always do. Alright. Strike back. And he's behind Jin, death in the blink of an eye. Chapter 144. Help us. Flee. You may live if you leave now. Jin, says Hayato. And then Aish takes down Hayato. And the soldiers start falling over? What the hell? And Jin looks surprised. Don't worry, he's not killing them. They'll just sleep for a bit. Oh, see? They're not even killing these guys that were going to kill them. Huh? He already got him at the start. No way. I'll tell you one last time. Leave this place. Leave? As if I could just run away? These orders are our duty. The future of all cattle children is at stake here. Isn't that right, boss? Screw Norman. Even if I have to die here, I won't run. Wake up. Forget about me. Just kill them all. And then she yells, watch out. These men are irregulars from Lambda. Oh, and they all start getting back up. And Sung-joo dodges. Kill them, yells Jin. I care not what this is about. If you lay one finger on Musica, I'll make all of you into meatballs. And they're all charging him. Yo, and it looks like they start choking. What the hell? Are they overdoing their powers or something? Because we saw that was something that was happening before. Or are they being sent to the human world? But yeah, either way, they're starting to collapse. And everyone looks surprised. What is it? What just happened? Says Sung-joo. Another fit. No, why is it so early? Says Hayato. Oh, it is their powers. Let me see it. And again, they're trying to kill them, and Musica's gonna save them. No, Musica, stay away from them. This looks bad. These boys aren't breathing, says Don. Gilda, bring me my medicine bag. Don, Sung-joo, come come help me here. Yes. Wait now, Musica, says Sung-joo. The enemy's human. Quick, if we don't act right now, it'll be too late, says Musica. And then Hayato and Jin look conflicted. That's not enough. They need their medicine badly, says Hayato. These are fits from Lambda. Jin, we're over our heads here. Give them the medicine. We have to surrender. Jin. And then we see Aish talking to Musica. And then what happened? She asked. Oh. And Don and Gilda are telling her everything. The royal capital. And then, oh, but of course, Norman wanted to kill them from the very start. And they think back to when they were relieved. Man. Don't underestimate that boss. If you're not assassins, he's still sure to have other tricks up his sleeves. And that's what Aish told them. And now we see all the Lambda people are tied up. If we can bring them to our side, of course, I'm all for it. If Emma doesn't make it in time and I finish killing the queen and all her court, we'll have to depend on Sung-joo and Musica. I want to find them and keep them safe. Screw this guy, Norman is the worst. The things he said back then and other times too, they were lies, all of it. Norman never once wavered from his goal of total extermination. He didn't have the slightest intention of waiting for Emma. Kill, kill, kill. And Gilda starts crying. Gilda? Asks Musica. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm the sister of the man who tried to kill you. I don't have any right to ask you for anything, especially not something like this. But there's no way back now. Norman and the people with him, the war is coming. They'll cause a genocide even if Emma returns. It's just too awful. Help us. I want to stop Norman. I'm begging you. Please help us cattle children. Man, I love this. Gilda is so good. I love this development for her getting these big moments too. It's now November 7th, 2047. 3 hours since I came back. Norman's already heading for the capital with his army. Don and Gilda went to look for Sung-joo and Musica. The extermination plan is underway at full pace. That's all the briefing you asked, says Ray. And you, could you remake the promise? He says, and it's Emma. Yep, we did it. Okay, so now I like that we don't see what actually happened, what he asked for, or if she we don't know if she actually accepted it or not, or if she decided to make a different promise instead after hearing what the cost would be. We did it. Everybody will be able to leave for the human world without any deaths and without demons following us. Huh? For real? Yes. And they all start cheering. And what about his price, the reward? Right. Never mind about that now. I'll explain it later. Well, okay. When we have time, I'll want every detail. Leaving that aside. We must hurry too. We're leaving right now. Toma and Lonnie found out something terrible. Norman, that guy, his plan isn't simply to kill the royals and the court. He wants to exterminate every demon in the capital city. I understand, and we go back to Musica. I understand, Gilda. We'll head for the royal capital too. Wait, Musica, your folks have been avoiding the royals for so long, and is it alright, Sung-joo? Man, Sung-joo and Musica are the best. And I would figure their group would have more people. Or more allies, still. I want to stop that war too. More importantly, you're our friends. Musica. Well, I suppose it is indeed about time we head for the capital, says Sung-joo. Then it's decided. Then let's go. Okay, let's go. To the royal capital. Onto the stage of the final battle. 144 end. So good. So good. Now this time, because we still haven't seen Norman any, I think for the next chapter we're probably going to see what's going on with the capital and Norman's army going toward it. Now then, though, I'm happy that Toma and Lonnie found out. Again, Toma and Lonnie always doing great work, so that Ray and Emma can try to stop him. And I'm glad that Don and Gilda, Sung-joo, and Musica are all together and they can try and stop him. And I like that Jin and Hayato now see that they were saved too by Sung-joo and Musica, so they too can maybe see the benefit in keeping around the innocent or good demons. So I like that maybe they can convince Norman, but still, I'm not up for seeing Norman be half-ass redeemed because he was willing and tried to manipulate his own friends and family into killing their friends, into genociding a whole group of people. I don't think there's a way for Norman to be redeemed without it seeming like bullshit. At least not one that I can see right now. Unless we've been lied to and it was actually Vincent and Cicero and Barbara, Cicero and Barbara, that were telling Jin and Hayato to do those things and were lying and Norman didn't actually plan to kill them. That's maybe the one thing, is if we were lied to. But if we weren't lied to, then yeah, if we can believe what we've seen so far, I don't see any possible way for Norman to be redeemed and it make any sort of sense. Alright, here we go. I'm at the most recent chapter. It's going to be so crazy after all this time being finally caught up. We got Promised Neverland 145. Alright, to the capital, quick. For their friend, for the future. We have to stop Norman. Chapter 145, Many Threads. I love this. And Aisha's also one of the best characters. Love her. Oh, this is so good. You get it? We must act before Norman kills the nobles. Alright, and we see Ray and Emma. I mean, of course we have to stop the genocide of the townspeople too, but if the queen and the nobles die, it's all over. Their whole social system will implode. We'll have no one to negotiate with. What does that mean? It means that it means if that happens, we'll lose our chance at peace. There would be no way to prevent war and chaos. Or maybe the deal that she had to strike, maybe the price is that she has to bring peace to the demons. She has to make sure the cursed blood goes to the demons before she can cross over with the humans. But either way, there'd be no way to prevent war and chaos. We have until this Tafari ceremony when the nobles gather at the capital. That guy'll never miss such a chance. Norman's priority is probably to exterminate the demon's leadership, to kill all the nobles and the queen. Whatever happens, we have to make it in time to stop Norman from doing that. And then they think about all the demons and such, and the blood on Norman. How long does it take to get us there? Normally around 5 days. But what if we ignored all the risks and hurried along the shortest paths? 3 days. At our pace we can make it, says Ray. I'm sorry, but today's already November 7th, in the afternoon. It's really only 2.5 days until the Tafari, isn't it? Says Anna. Even if we give it our all, there's no time. I mean, won't we reach them right in the middle of the battle? Isn't that kind of awful? Says Toma and Lonnie. And Emma's barely even come back. Ray too, he's only had some 3 hours, say, the little kids and Nat. Ray, Emma, look what we've got. And, is that... Oh, I forget. Yvette, I think? And Emma looks surprised. Oh, they've got horses. And they're with the Goldie Pond kids. Get on, says Oliver. I love this. Gillian's there, too. You can all ride horses? Did you think we'd just fool around doing nothing while you were risking your neck at the 7 walls? It's not like we became experts or anything, but are you really okay about this? What about you, Gillian? You were opposed to the idea of helping the demons. And we go back to what she said, and she smiles. That's right. I'd still kill him, no doubt. I'll kill any enemies who threaten my friends and my family, but I want to help you, Emma. I want to save Norman, too. Enough talking, everybody. Time to let these babies fly. Now us 4, plus our horse friends, will bring you post-haste to the capital. To Norman. And now we see Norman and his army. It's from the scouts. The royal army's heading fast to the bait location. The trains with the noble families, too, are coming from each domain. Everything's going as planned. They should arrive the morning of the Tafari. Excellent. Vincent, what about that? It's complete. We made it in time. It's already here. Come see it later. And of course, they have that some sort of chemical weapon or whatever we saw before. Awesome. It's all going without a bitch. Without a hitch, says Cicero, correcting her. But the most dangerous time is right when everything seems to be going according to plan, and we're cutting over to Violet with the kids. Right, Lucas always said that's when you have to keep your guard up, says Sonia. Er, that's, or is that Paula? That one's Paula. Yep, Hugo liked to say it too, and Jemima's there with them. Now that I think about it, Norman did look like he was in a bit of a hurry, maybe even a little anxious. Yes, and I don't think it was only Norman either. Maybe it's because of that incident when the demons found out that we humans were behind the farm raids. I wonder if it's only that, though. Is it really enough reason for this much urgency, says Sandy? Medicines. We all had our pills. Oh, and we see that group. So they're having the fits and stopping breathing even more and more quickly. So if they don't find some sort of cure, they could all just die. And I see it being very possible that they could all just die. I don't know how they would find a cure unless maybe Musica's cursed blood is also a cure in that case. But either way, we had our pills and we got plenty of spares. Good. We must be all the more cautious when all seems well. Now get a proper rest. That's important for your health too, says Norman. Thanks, boss. It's good to be here, says Cicero. We're only alive because of you, and it's thanks to you that we can do this, says Vincent. After what they did to us, we ain't got much time left, you know. But thanks to you, we get to change the world, says Barbara. Before we die, we get to blow up this worthless trash of a world. It doesn't matter if this is our end. You and all the children will get to see a whole new world. That's all we could ever hope for. Doesn't get any better than this, and I kind of feel like Norman's dying too. Stop this foolishness. Did you forget I don't want any blood spilled? I want a full victory. No deaths will be allowed. You can save your gratitude for after we win. We're building a new world, yes, and all of us will get to see it together. Don't care about these trash cans. We deserve to be free. The horror of 1,000 years will come to an end right here, right now. And then Norman looks up at the sky and thinks about Emma and Ray. And thinks about Emma telling him that she doesn't want everyone to die. Ray, Emma, up, yep, and he starts having the fit. So now we know Norman's dying too. I'm so sorry. So it's going to be, again, just like the first arc, where they lost Norman before they could complete it. So they got the success of escaping, but they didn't get it with Norman. So now, even if they get the success of surviving, they don't get to do it with Norman. Unless, of course, somehow he can be saved by Musica. But that's kind of a stretch. November the 10th, 2047, the Tafari ceremony. Man, and we're finally getting to the Tafari after all of this time reading. And it's crazy too, the capital city is almost like Gracefield. It has the big old moat around it. And now we see the royals gathered. Oh man, here we go. And we see the innocent townsfolk. Alright. And then Norman. The final battle, the opening salvo. Do it, and one of the bridges explode. Man. Norman's totally the bad guy, though. I don't feel bad for him dying, to tell the truth. But, yeah. That was incredible. I loved these three. Especially, I think the first one might have been the best of the three, but I don't know. The second one was really, really good, too. So, yeah. I loved it. I love this series. I'm so excited that we're caught up. And this Friday, when the new chapter comes out, so you only got like a 2-day wait, I'm going to be recording the next read through for this. Now, here's the thing, though. One Piece, Boku no Hero Academia, and this all come out on Friday, and Beastars comes out sometime between Thursday and Sunday. And so all of those, if all four are on Friday, I don't know what order I'm going to post them all in. I don't know if I'll be able to get them all, even if I record all four Friday, I don't know if I'll be able to get all four done Friday, or if some will have to wait till Saturday morning. I don't totally know. So you'll just have to be patient with me, and assume that they'll probably be up on Friday, but if not, as soon as possible after Friday. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're now all caught up. It feels so crazy. But either way, if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more. The Promised Neverland, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I can give you a link. And we can all talk there about anything. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon, keep things running along there, then it'd be super helpful, and patrons get to choose a new series to add to the channel every 3 months on Sundays, or at least on Sundays for now. The actual day might change, but every 3 months I'll let patrons get to suggest and vote on a new series for the channel. But I've already talked about how that goes. Either way, if you want to help support the channel though, Patreon link will be in the description. But either way, that's done. It's all caught up now. I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Once again, thank you for sticking through this read through for all these chapters, and I'll see you all next time.